Welcome to The Explainer. Okay, let's just jump right in. What if I told you that the most important thing in the entire universe isn't money or power or even love itself, but you? Today, we're going to explore a 1983 sermon by Reverend Myung that makes that exact kind of wild claim, and a whole lot more.
So, let's kick things off the same way the sermon does, by asking you a really big question. What do you think is the most valuable, the most precious thing in the entire world? Is it wealth? Is it fame? Or maybe something you can't touch, like true love? Go ahead, take a sec. What's your answer?
All right, you got your answer? Well, the sermon's take might not be what you expect. It says the answer isn't love, it's you. Yeah, you. And the logic, well, it's pretty straightforward, really. Love can't just exist in a vacuum, right? It needs someone to give it and someone to receive it. Without you, there's no love. That makes you the absolute center of it all.
Okay, so if you are the center of the universe, what does that even mean? What is this self we're talking about? Let's dive into that. We're going to start our little investigation right there, exploring how this sermon defines our fundamental nature. To help us get our heads around this, the sermon uses a really simple analogy. Just think about your own body for a second. You've got your brain, which is kind of the CEO of the nervous system, right? It gives all the directions. And then you've got your heart, the engine of the circulatory system, pumping away. The point is, just like these systems have a center, the sermon argues our entire being, our self, must also have a central point that everything else revolves around.
But, a brain and a heart, those are just physical centers. The sermon wants to dig way deeper than that. It's asking, where does life itself actually begin? Did it just poof appear out of nowhere when you were born? Or is there a much, much longer story here? And according to this sermon, you are absolutely not an island. You're more like a single link in this huge, unbroken chain. A chain that goes back through your parents and their parents and all of your ancestors, stretching all the way back, and I mean all the way back, to one single ultimate origin point, God.
All right, so if we're all connected in this divine chain, then what's the point of it all? What's our purpose? Well, you can bet the sermon has a very, very specific answer for that.
So to get to the bottom of our purpose, we have to tackle another one of these huge questions. It's a classic chicken and egg scenario. Which comes first, love or life? Think about it. Is life just a container for love? Or is love something that just happens because of life?
The sermon doesn't mess around with this one. The answer is crystal clear. Life isn't the end goal. Life is the vehicle. It's the journey. And the destination? It's always love.
Okay, so how does this quest for love play out? Well, the sermon explains it through the lens of gender. It talks about men being the subject, you could say, the one who initiates, and women as the object, the one who responds. And the idea is that each one is searching for their other half, their counterpart, to become, complete. According to this view, that search is pretty much the fundamental reason we're all here.
Okay, so if life is all about finding love, how do we do it? How is this true love actually supposed to work? The sermon lays out a really specific blueprint for it.
This framework is called the four-position foundation. The best way to think about it is like a divine blueprint. And it's not just for creating a family. The idea is that it creates this ripple effect of goodness that's meant to spread across the entire world.
So here's how it breaks down. At the very center, you have God. Then you have the husband and the wife, remember, in those subject and object positions, and they create this relationship of give and take, this reciprocal love. And then, out of that love, children are born, and boom, they create the potential for a whole new foundation to start all over again.
Now, this framework is also used to define what the sermon considers a violation of this natural order. It's very explicit in condemning homosexuality. The argument presented is that because it can't produce children and fulfill this four-position foundation, it's seen as something inherently destructive, not just to individuals, but to families and society as a whole. And this is where things get really big. The sermon takes this whole idea of love, and it blows it up from just the family to a cosmic scale. It's suggesting that the effects of this love are felt literally across the entire universe.
So get this. According to the sermon, when a man and a woman achieve this true love within that specific foundation, it's not just a private, personal thing. No way. It's a full-on cosmic event. It's described as sending out these ripples of harmony, like a warmth and a fragrance that literally resonate through all of creation. Yeah, the sermon basically gives this true love almost supernatural powers. It's described as being endless, eternal, incredibly patient, and it even has the power to return things to how they were meant to be. And here's the ultimate kicker. It's presented as the key, the actual tool for humanity to become master of the entire universe.
And that brings us right back to where we started, full circle. The final message here is a challenge, really. A call to stop seeing yourself as just one small person and start seeing yourself as a whole universe in miniature. Your body is this incredible cosmos of cells, and your mind, well, your mind is the temple where God can dwell.
So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. According to this framework, if we're born from love, and our entire purpose is to live for love, what's our ultimate destination? What's the end of the line? The sermon's answer is that our destiny is to actually become love itself, to be that perfect shining link in the chain that connects everything, all of creation, right back to its divine source.